All right, so for our final semi-final, we're going to bring in Ellysiumm and Brownie. And Gojira, I want you to start off with Ellysiumm. Now, I'll tell you right now. So he had a free pass to the second round. He beat me, obviously, maybe not that hard. He did have a tougher fight against Lord Skeletor, obviously unintentionally disqualified for bringing on the spice. So and now we have Brownie. Now Brownie is actually works his way through a very tough fight. Now his battle with MT Helps at the start went on for about 6 minutes. It could have went either way at that first round. Now he then proceeded against Tanit, which was another close fight. He then went on against Shinny, which was another glorious battle, and here he is. So Shinny is warmed up from the first round against Ellysiumm that may have had an easier cycle to the semi-final, Gojira.
Oh yeah. We can see that both of the contestants starts with a bit rough situation, but they climb up really nicely to the semi-finals right now, from the Brownie and the Elysium, where a lot of people talk about things happening in the PvP where expect the unexpected, right? So Brownie, do you have anything to say about, before we start? Do you have anything to say? What's on your mind right now? How do you feel? What do you expect?
I expect to have a good fight. Hope it is a good
Mm-hmm.
one. Hopefully not as long as my first one because it's getting tiring. My fingers are getting a bit sore, but hope
Uh,
to put up a good fight and a good show.
And
uh,
Gojira, I will say that I believe this is another Ashes of Arrakis dark horse that is in the
oh really?
semi-final.
That is
Really?
correct, yes.
Okay.
Oh
So
yeah.
Tesh has really got his men up and about. Now, again, please, if you're thinking that Brownie is going to be, let me just, Brownie number two, and if you think that the other man that is in this battle, Ellysiumm, type one, number one. Now, Ellysiumm, I think that you have fixed your ability to talk right now. Ellysiumm, you are friends with the builder of this entire establishment, I believe, Shintaki. Sorry, yep, Shinaki, sorry, not with T. Is that correct?
This is correct.
Okay, so we have an actual player, ladies and gentlemen, that is in a smaller guild, and his abilities are on show. Now, Gajira, ask a couple of questions about this.
Well, Elysium. I would say both of you and Brownie is kind of like hidden gems in the guild. So
Mm.
Elysium, what do you expect from Brownie tonight?
I expect a lot of pressure. I expect me to not have a clue what I'm doing and have Lady Luck on my side.
We can so gentlemen, you can see that from my on my left side, landworms representative from landworms, and on my right side, representative from Ashes of Arakins. So we will see who's gonna win tonight for the semi-finals, who's gonna get to the final after this. This is a heat moment. This is a big moment for both guild to see who's gonna advance afterwards. All right, so Brownie and Elysium,
All
get
right.
ready.
Before we get this underway again, I just want to thank so many of you members and for sticking around for this massive event. This is huge. So we are about to do the final semi-final for tonight, and the winner of this battle between Ellysiumm and Brownie will go on to face Jay in the final for over 13 million Solari and prizes action packed. Let's get to this and let's start it off, Gojira.
Gentlemen, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fight!
Ellysiumm's going for the fast sprint towards, at the moment, Brownie. Brownie is trying to dodge him off there. Oh, there's an early
Wow.
thing there on Ellysiumm, Gojira.
He's low. Elysium is low stamina. Is he gonna make a second shot? No, he won't. Another low stamina for Elysium. Two hit right there.
And he's
Is he gonna?
dodged out of it again. It's all about the blade fight at the moment. And they're trying to move in and out at the moment. Shields are up at the moment. Retreats are on. And it's a stamina
Nice
game
counter.
again. It's close quarters, Gojira.
Nice counter right there from Brownies. Sorry, from Elysium. Another counter from Brownie with a suspension.
Oh, and it's a win right now as Brownie takes down Ellysiumm. Brownie is moving on
Good
to
try,
the
Ellysiumm,
grand
good try.
final, ladies and gentlemen. Good fight, Ellysiumm. That was a very melee orientated battle, Gojira.
Looks like Ashes of Creation have some really good hidden gem right here.
Okay, well, everybody tries to find a hidden gem, and sometimes a diamond is not anything else but a diamond, Gojira. So it's going to be, ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to take 2 minutes here. We're going to make sure we lap this up before the grand final event between Jaesuz, the Filipino sensation representing Yubnub, takes on Brownie, of course, of Ashes of Arrakis fame. And now, Gojira, before we start here, we just asked Brownie for his previous history and who he went up against. Now, I think it's also important because Jay, he's trying to get this battle over quickly before he goes and tries to manipulate the markets and does whatever he does on those calls that always gets him out and gets Tiggs and Pote angry. So let's just talk about what Jay, well, Pote's his twin. Jay's first round, he beat Critty. He moved on then. And this was a huge second round battle between his close friend, but also close nemesis, Tiggs. That was over fairly quickly. I think even Tiggs was like from Tasmania. He was like, is Tassie floating away? Because I was dead in about 30 seconds. That moved on then. Apex Fury and Jay. Apex mixed up his abilities. That was a good fight, but was that right or wrong? Well, it was obviously right for Jay. And now Jay moved on to kill Rubicon. Rubicon was another Ashes of Arrakis underdog. And what did you sum up from Jay's abilities tonight, Gojira, of Jay's abilities before we move on to the grand final?
I'll say this Pinot guy has something, he's good at evading. At the same time, the timing is also important for him. So if he misses a shot, he's gonna get screwed up. But no, he doesn't want to. He's gonna make sure that his attractive field hits on the spot. So Jay, say something about this final tournament. What do you expect? What do you want to be happening?
I'm sorry. I'm working right now. And I'm configuring on one of my tickets in work. Um, so
Okay.
yeah, again, I'm trying to read my opponent first on what are they going to use against me. So and I saw my opponent's strategy right now just before this match, and I'm confident of winning on this one.
All right, that's a good response right there. How about you, Mr. Brownie? How do you feel? This is the final match, Mr. Brownie. Are you gonna make Ashes of Arrakis proud, Mr. Brownie?
Of course I am. That's what I'm here for, mate. And I hope that my strategy gets him undone.
And just one more quick thing before we start this with Brownie, by the way, because he has had a really tough run as well. So let's not confuse this. I do want to say that he had a really enduring game against MT Helps. Now, that went, again, I want to re-emphasize, that went for 5 to 6 minutes. So it could have went either way in that particular battle. He had another really good battle with Tanit and then Shinny. And Ellysiumm kept him on his guard. And Brownie, what are you trying to look to expose with Jay's abilities?
Well, I see what he likes to use, and I reckon I can work against that. Obviously, our builds are sort of opposite, counter each other a bit, but I hope to prevail and come up on top.
That is excellent commentary there by our man Brownie at Ashes of Arrakis. So this is actually, if it's guild on guild, it is Yubnub versus Ashes of Arrakis, but it is skill against skill. It is ability against ability in this grand final event. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get underway at the moment, as Jay probably has not watched any of the battles against Brownie, but Brownie has managed to make sure that he has watched what Jay can do. Gojira, give us the final call of the grand final event of the Yubnub 1v1 Gladiator event for the first time in Elara history.
Hold up. Before we begin this, I got a call from our commentator. They want to put some bets on the final tournament. All right, bets is on, guys. Bet is on. Anyone who wants to put a bet, please do so right now. You can bet anything you want to, either Solari, Melange, yourself, or doesn't matter.
Wait.
Put your bets on.
Yourself? Gojira, do you want to go into a little bit about what you mean bet yourself?
Well, some people want to go extra miles.
Okay, well, Spice Rub has put up Gojira as a bet at the moment, and 1 million on Jay from Pote at the moment. He's talking in that in guild chat at the moment. 250,000 and two
Fucking
lab
goes.
runs, and there is a lot happening. 10 Bitcoin! Holy shit! Ladies and gentlemen, Dax
That
is
is
here.
what I want
Wait,
to say.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the owner of discord.gg/Bitcoin, Mr. Dax himself, is a Yubnub member. Now, I will not hold him abiding to what he's just typed in Discord in the chat because it's only guild. But I'm going to cross to him for a second, Dax. You've watched the end of this, and who's your money on?
Mate, I haven't actually seen a fight just yet. I'm trying to fly out before the grand final starts.
Well, you can watch Hardstyler Josh's stream in Discord, or you can go to Rolled, who is streaming on Twitch. We are 2 minutes away.
I've got Hardstylers up now, actually.
There you go. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will shamelessly plug right now two things. My friend Dax's Bitcoin, which is discord.gg/Bitcoin, he's Yubnub, as well as, obviously, please, our Twitch Russian friend. And we're going to count this down right now, Gojira. Before we do our final countdown, Gojira, without being biased, who's your money on?
My money on myself, mate.
Okay, count us down, Gojira.
All right, gentlemen, ready? This is the final moment. Who's gonna win the first prize? All right, this is the final moment. So make sure use the right skill, use the right technique, and the right strategy. Right, you're gonna win big, or you're gonna go home. All right, I better go to the right testicle. I wish I have extra, bruh. I wish I have extra. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Finals, let's go.
Let's go. All right. Now, at the moment, it looks like Jay is trying to play back seat baby. Oh, he's been sugar clawed early, Gojira. He's been backdoored. Early.
Oh, that is a good slow. Oh, the shield is down.
He's got this.
Down.
Oh!
Whoa! This is over really quickly. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Gladiator event is Mr. Jaesuz of the Yubnub
good
Gaming Company. And that was what happened,
go,
Gojira.
Jay.
Let's just talk me through that before we
GG's,
interview our
Gentlemen.
members.
From my opinion, I would say like I said before, the attractive feel from the trooper, that is nasty technique. Honestly, that is a nasty skill right there. If finding anyone with that kind of skill, you have to be very, very careful. Make sure you're not in the bubble at all, or maybe you can either avoid that.
Now, I firstly want to acknowledge Mr. Brownie. Now, Brownie, what happened there from your perspective?
So obviously went in for the strike. He hit me with the field, which then I pulled my shotgun and I couldn't shoot. And he obviously just took my shield down. I couldn't get the cover in time. He played that very well.
Well said, and appreciate the GGs there, Brownie. Now, Jay, when was the point that you knew that you had Brownie on the rope?
Yeah, this game is unfair to those melee if you are trooper. Yeah, that's why I said earlier that I was confident on beating him because I know he's a melee type guy. So,
A
yeah.
bold
Oh,
statement
so
from our
okay,
you are
that is actually interesting, Gojira. So he was throwing off everybody that he was on a business call when he was actually watching what Brownie was playing all along. Okay, very, very interesting tactics.
Gonna go all
Ladies
in
and
here,
gentlemen,
sure.
though, thank you so much. We're going to have an all-in brawl very shortly. We're going to sort out the prizes for first to fourth. So that will happen. And what we will be doing is a 1 million for last person standing in this event arena very shortly. Don't jump down yet. Don't jump down yet. Do not jump down yet. Those that are wanting to participate, get ready. It'll start in 3 minutes. It'll be an all-in brawl. I don't know how we're going to do this. Gojira is going to manage it. But I just want to thank all of you for coming out. First, thank you, obviously, to Chinaki for building the arena. All of you for signing up and coming here on a successful Friday night. We know that June is a little bit quiet lately, so this was something different that we did on a Friday night. It took us a little bit longer to get ready. We want to do it again. All open to feedback. I know that we might look at, staggered final events where, fights might be the best of 3 or something at the end. But all of you coming along and not actually being aides or people in the deep desert attacking the base, like, very proud, and I appreciate you all. So we will look at like those kinds of adjustments, but it was our first proper event for tonight. So congratulations, come on, to both Brownie as well as Jay for getting through everybody tonight. Come on.
Congrats.
Yes, well done. Come on.
Well, guys, well done.
No, first
Yeah,
place,
boy.
stand in the middle.
Good job, Jay.
Jay,
I love
Jay,
you.
Stand in the middle, Jay. You make Tix proud, bro.
Thank you.
You make Tix proud.
Jay's already
Stand
got enough gold.